Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a time in the life of every person when they stand at the crossroads, one path leading to a life of mediocrity, and the other to the fulfillment of their deepest potential. It is here that the secret is revealed, but only to those who dare to seek it. The secret to unlocking your full potential begins with having a clear and definite purpose. Without purpose, you are like a ship without a rudder, tossed about by the winds of circumstance. But when your purpose burns within you like a flame that refuses to be extinguished, you will find that obstacles melt before you, and the impossible becomes merely a stepping stone. You must cultivate unwavering faith in yourself. Faith is the invisible force that commands the universe to respond to your desires. When you believe with such intensity that doubt has no room to breathe, you awaken powers within you that have long been dormant. Faith will carry you over mountains that once seemed insurmountable, but know this, faith alone will not suffice. The door to your potential is locked, and the key is persistence. Many start with enthusiasm, but few persist when the path becomes steep. You must be willing to continue when you are tired, to press on when results are not visible, to endure when others quit. It is the persistent soul that life ultimately rewards. To unlock your potential, you must also become the master of your own mind. Your thoughts shape your reality. If you allow fear, doubt, and negativity to take residence in your mind, they will build walls around your potential. But when you command your mind with discipline, when you feed it with courage, with vision, with gratitude, you will tear down those walls brick by brick. Finally, you must act. You may possess the grandest of dreams, but dreams without action are as useless as seeds left unplanted. It is in action that your potential is forged. Every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to the greatness that lies within you. Action is the signal to the world that you are serious, that you will not be denied. The secret has been waiting for you. It is not hidden in distant lands nor locked away in ancient books. It has always been within you: purpose, faith, persistence, mastery of your mind, relentless action. These are the keys, and when you use them, you will not only unlock your potential, you will become unstoppable. Definiteness of purpose is the starting point of all personal achievement. Without it, you are like a ship adrift at sea, moving with the current, directionless, and ultimately at the mercy of external forces. A person without a definite purpose is easily swayed by the opinions of others, controlled by circumstance, and led by temporary desires that offer no lasting satisfaction. But when you fix your mind upon a single burning desire, you align your thoughts, your energy, and your entire being toward a single aim. This concentration of effort produces results that scattered ambition never could. You become like a magnifying glass focusing sunlight to ignite a flame. The intensity of your purpose becomes the fire that moves you. Definiteness of purpose is not simply about setting goals. It is about discovering the one goal that stirs your soul, the one vision that makes you willing to endure, to suffer, to press forward regardless of how many failures you encounter along the way. It is the one thing you're willing to stake your entire life upon. This purpose is not chosen lightly. It emerges from deep within when you take the time to examine your desires, your talents, your natural inclinations, and your truest ambitions. When you find this purpose, you will know it, for it will call to you persistently, day after day, until you can no longer ignore it. It will haunt you when you attempt to settle for less. It will appear in your dreams, in your idle thoughts, in the moments when you question whether you are living as you ought to live. Without definiteness of purpose, effort is wasted. You may work hard, but your energy is divided among conflicting aims. One day you chase wealth, the next you pursue comfort, the day after you follow someone else's vision of success. Scattered focus produces scattered results. You drift, you begin projects and abandon them halfway. You entertain desires but lack the discipline to follow through, because those desires are not anchored in a firm, guiding purpose. This is why so many people spend their lives in frustration, constantly busy but seldom moving closer to any real sense of fulfillment. They have not chosen, and what they have not chosen cannot command their loyalty. When you possess definiteness of purpose, life becomes remarkably simpler, not because the road is easy, but because the road is clear. You know where you are going. Every decision is measured against this purpose. You no longer chase every fleeting opportunity that passes your way. You no longer surrender to every distraction that calls for your attention. You become focused. You become intentional. The power that comes from this clarity cannot be overstated. It sharpens your thinking. It strengthens your resolve. It saves you from the paralysis of indecision that plagues those who do not know what they want. There is a peculiar power in knowing precisely what you desire. It affects the people around you. Others sense it in your speech, in your movement, in your persistence. They are drawn to you because most people are searching for direction. When they find someone who has direction, they are naturally inclined to follow. Opportunities present themselves to the person with a definite purpose, not because the universe mysteriously conspires in their favor, but because their vision causes them to see what others overlook. They have trained their mind to detect the smallest opening, to recognize the faintest signal that may advance their goal. Where the unfocused person sees obstacles, the purposeful person sees pathways. To establish a definite purpose, one must first dare to desire greatly. Small desires do not ignite the soul. They do not possess the emotional power to draw out the discipline and persistence required to overcome failure. When your purpose is small, it is easily abandoned. When your purpose is mighty, it grips you. It pulls you forward even when your strength has given out. It commands your attention in the face of adversity. It insists upon its own realization. You must have the courage to declare boldly what you want, not what you think is possible, not what you believe is acceptable to others, but what you truly desire deep within, even if it seems beyond your present capacity. Once you establish this purpose, you must commit yourself to it fully. There can be no half-hearted pursuit. You must make a decision so firm that all alternatives fall away. It is in this moment of decision that you begin to transform yourself. You cease to be a wanderer and become a person of direction. Each day becomes a step toward your chosen aim. Each setback becomes merely a lesson on the path, not a reason to stop. Your purpose becomes the compass by which you navigate life's storms. You may adjust your methods, but you never relinquish your aim. Those who achieve greatness in any field possess this quality. Whether they admit it or not, whether they describe it in the same words, they are governed by a single overriding purpose. It determines how they spend their time, how they choose their companions, how they allocate their resources, and how they respond to failure. This purpose serves as both a guide and a shield. It protects them from the trivial and focuses their effort on the essential. It transforms ordinary individuals into extraordinary achievers. Definiteness of purpose is also a source of personal power. When you know what you want, you speak with conviction, you move with certainty. You radiate an inner confidence that influences others, even before you have produced outward results. People are naturally drawn to those who know where they are going. They offer their support, their cooperation, their resources, because they sense that you are bound for somewhere meaningful. This support multiplies your power and accelerates your progress. It is important to understand that a definite purpose is not merely written on paper. It must be imprinted upon your mind, repeated until it becomes a part of your subconscious, until your thoughts automatically align with it, until your actions are pulled in its direction without hesitation. You must affirm it, dwell upon it, visualize it, and speak of it often. In doing so, you impress it upon your deeper self, and you begin to act in harmony with it even in small, unconscious ways. You will encounter opposition. There will be those who cannot see your vision, who do not share your ambition, who question your direction, but these voices hold no power over you when you are governed by a definite purpose. Your allegiance is not to their doubts, but to your own mission. You persist, not because others believe in you, but because you believe in yourself and in the worthiness of your aim. You will meet with failure, perhaps many times, but each failure will serve to refine you, to teach you what does not work, to prepare you for what will. The person with a definite purpose does not crumble under failure. They rise, they learn, they press forward with greater wisdom. Failure cannot defeat them because they have already committed their life to the pursuit of their purpose. A definite purpose transforms not only what you achieve, but who you become. It calls forth your greatest effort. It demands the best of your character. It stretches your imagination. It strengthens your spirit. It sharpens your mind. It gives your life a sense of direction and meaning that wandering ambition can never provide. In the end, the pursuit of this purpose shapes you into the kind of person capable of achieving it. You do not wait for the perfect moment. You begin now with what you have from where you stand. And with each step, you move closer to the realization of the greatness that lies within you. There exists a secret, known and used by the most successful men and women who have ever walked this earth. It is not a secret that hides in shadows. It is a secret that stands boldly before us, waiting to be seized by those with the courage to see it. This secret, ladies and gentlemen, is the key to unlocking your full potential. And those who possess it do not merely drift through life, they command it. The first great law of this secret is definiteness of purpose. No man rises to greatness by accident. No woman discovers her power by wandering. You must know, with absolute precision, what you want from life. Vague wishes bring vague results. A wandering mind brings a wandering destiny. But when you fix your heart and mind upon a single, burning desire, when you declare to yourself that you will have this one thing, no matter the cost, no matter the time, then life begins to shape itself to your will. The world moves aside for the one who knows where he is going. But knowledge of your purpose is not enough. You must believe in it. You must have faith, unshakable, unbending faith, that what you seek is already yours. Faith is the power that transforms thought into reality. It is the invisible hand that clears the path before you. When a person believes with such intensity that doubt cannot enter the mind, mountains crumble before them. Obstacles dissolve, and failure dares not linger in their presence. Yet faith is nothing without persistence. Many will begin, but only the persistent will finish. The road to unlocking your potential is not paved in comfort. It is lined with setbacks, with moments when the night is dark and the will is tested. But those who persist, those who refuse to surrender, those who keep moving when the body is tired and the heart is weary, they are the ones who cross into the realm of their full power. Persistence breaks down all resistance. The walls that seem immovable will fall if you strike them enough times with relentless effort. To walk this path, you must master your own mind. You must become the governor of your thoughts, the ruler of your emotions. The uncontrolled mind is a traitor. It will lead you away from your purpose. It will fill your days with distractions. It will whisper that you are not enough. But the disciplined mind is a loyal servant. It will carry you when your feet falter. It will hold your focus when the world screams for your attention. He who conquers his own mind can conquer anything. And finally, you must act. Action is the price of all success. Dreams that are not pursued become burdens. Ideas that are not acted upon become regrets. Your potential will remain locked inside you unless you step forward boldly. Do not wait for permission. Do not wait for the perfect moment. There is no perfect moment. The perfect moment is the one you create by moving toward your purpose with decisive action. Fortune favors the person who moves. The secret has always been here. It waits for the one who dares to choose, who dares to believe, who dares to persist, who dares to master his own mind, and who dares to act. The secret is not outside of you. There is a secret. It is not taught in schools. It is not whispered in every ear. It is discovered by the few who are willing to search for it and live by it. It is the secret to unlocking your full potential, and those who possess it become unstoppable. The first door to this secret is desire, not a weak wish, not a fleeting thought, but a burning, all-consuming desire that seizes your mind and holds it with the grip of steel, until you want something so deeply that it drives you from your bed in the morning and keeps you restless at night. You will not unlock your power. Desire is the engine, desire is the fire. Without it, you are cold and still. The second truth is this: your mind is the gatekeeper. The thoughts you allow to dominate your mind will shape your life. If you fill your mind with fear, with doubt, with the sound of other people's opinions, you will build chains around yourself. But when you fill your mind with faith, with determination, with thoughts of victory, you begin to see doors where others see walls. The mind will obey you if you dare to command it. You must guard it as you would guard a treasure. But understand, this desire and belief mean nothing if you are unwilling to persist. Many have desire, many have belief, few have persistence. Few are willing to keep going after the first defeat, after the second failure, after the 100th setback. But life will always yield to the one who refuses to give up. You cannot be beaten if you do not accept defeat. When you persist long enough, resistance crumbles, doors that were once closed swing open. The person who will not stop cannot be stopped. The secret also demands action. Dreams without action are illusions. You may have the clearest plan, you may see the grandest vision, but unless you move, unless you step forward boldly, your potential will remain locked inside you forever. Action is what turns invisible thoughts into tangible results. Action is the bridge between who you are and who you can become. You cannot think your way to power, you must act your way there. And the final piece of the secret is this: success demands sacrifice. You cannot unlock your full potential while clinging to comfort. You cannot hold on to excuses, distractions, and old habits and expect to rise. You must be willing to let go. You must be willing to pay the price. The greater your goal, the greater the price. The world offers no rewards to those who only wish it offers everything to those who are willing to pay in effort, in time, in relentless work. Ladies and gentlemen, the secret has always been within you. It waits for the one who desires fiercely, who controls his mind, who persists without end, who acts with courage, and who sacrifices without fear. The key is in your hands. There is a power within you greater than any obstacle before you. There is a force waiting to be awakened, a potential that most people will never know because they are too timid to seek it, too distracted to find it, or too weak to claim it. But those who unlock it, those who hold the secret, they rise. The secret begins with the discovery of your definite major aim, not a scattered list of wishes, not a collection of half-formed dreams, but one great, consuming purpose that seizes your mind and demands your loyalty. A person without a definite aim is like a traveler with no map, moving endlessly but arriving nowhere. When you know what you are after, every step gains power, every day becomes an investment, every action begins to count. You must possess unshakable self-confidence. You must believe in your ability to achieve that purpose, even when no one else believes, even when results are nowhere to be found. The person who doubts himself surrenders before the battle begins. The person who believes in himself has already begun to win. Self-confidence is not arrogance. It is the calm, steady knowing that you are capable, that you are worthy, and that you are willing to fight for what you desire. The secret to unlocking your potential requires decision. Not just any decision, but firm, committed, final decision. Indecision poisons the mind. Indecision will keep you paralyzed while life passes you by. You cannot hesitate. You cannot straddle the fence between comfort and greatness. The person who rises is the person who decides swiftly and stands by those decisions without retreat. You cannot unlock your power with a divided heart. Controlled focus is essential. You must give your purpose the full force of your attention. Distraction is the enemy. Every wasted moment weakens your grip on your goal. The person who tries to chase many things captures none. But the person who pours his entire soul into one mission moves the heavens to reach it. When your focus becomes so intense that nothing can pull you from your path, you step into the realm of the unstoppable. And above all, you must develop the habit of taking action. Action, 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 this is the lever that moves your world. Plans are powerless without movement. Ideas are worthless without execution. It is not what you intend to do that determines your future. It is what you do today, right now, that writes the story of your life. The door to your potential will not open by wishing. It opens by pushing, by working, by moving again and again until it gives way. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the secret. The secret is not hidden, it is not locked away. It has always been waiting inside you, but only those who dare to claim it, those who decide, those who act, those who persist, they are the ones who rise to their full power. The greatest secret to unlocking your full potential does not lie in the hands of others. It does not sit behind locked doors or rest in the minds of the powerful. It is within you waiting, waiting to be summoned by the one who dares to claim it. The starting point is clarity of vision. You must know without hesitation what you want from life. You must see it so vividly in your mind that it becomes more real to you than your present circumstances. There can be no uncertainty, no half-hearted guesses, no casual wishes. The person who rises is the person who declares to himself, "This is what I will have. I will not stop until it is mine." The world yields to those who know precisely what they are after. But knowledge is not enough. You must have inner conviction. You must believe that you are capable of achieving what you have set before you. Doubt has destroyed more dreams than failure ever could. If you do not believe, you will not act. And if you do not act, you will not move. It begins with the quiet but unshakable belief that you are built for something greater, that you possess the power to claim it, and that no force on earth can keep it from you if you decide to have it. You must also destroy fear. Fear is the silent thief that robs men and women of their greatness. Fear will tell you to wait. Fear will tell you that you are not ready. Fear will offer you a comfortable prison and call it safety. But fear is a liar. The person who conquers fear not once, but every day becomes free. You must act in spite of fear. You must move forward even when your heart trembles, even when your hands shake. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is action in the face of it. There is power in repetition. A single thought does not change your life, but a repeated thought sinks deep into the subconscious and begins to shape you. You must repeat your purpose until it becomes a part of you, until it echoes in your mind when you wake, when you walk, when you work, when you rest. Repetition imprints your desire upon your spirit and builds the belief that you will achieve it. What you repeat, you become. What you impress upon your mind, you attract. But the final key, the one most often ignored, is this. You must act, and you must act now. Delay is the enemy. Delay feeds fear. Delay weakens resolve. Opportunity is a door that does not stay open forever. You must step forward with immediate action. Even small steps taken now build momentum. Action silences doubt. Action destroys hesitation. Action breathes life into vision. Those who wait for perfect timing will spend their lives waiting. Those who act seize life in their hands and mold it to their will. Ladies and gentlemen, the secret is not hidden from you. It has always been near. The secret belongs to those who know what they want, believe they can have it, face their fear, repeat their desire until it shapes them, and act without delay. The secret is yours to claim.